Hi there, Tanya Cardwell here from Pavlov Dog Training, and I want to talk to you all about a common question that I get on the phone. And the question is, we just recently got our dog and he comes from a scarred and battered background. He was either abused or he came from a Indian reservation where he had very limited socialization, and he just has this very shoddy, battered background. Is his past permanently prohibiting him from making progress? Is he damned to this aggression or this behavior issue because of his blemished past? And the answer is no. Just because a dog had a troublesome past does not mean that their brain stopped learning at a certain point. Here's an important thing for you to know. Dogs never stop learning. Every minute, every day, they are constantly inputting new information to learn what works, what doesn't work. If I give this behavior, does it result in a consequence that is valuable to me? If I offer this other behavior, does it result in this consequence that isn't super valuable to me? Does it work? Yes. Do it more. If it doesn't work, their brain says do it yes. So this is essentially an algorithm of sorts that is constantly inputting new information, right? If we could see, if Google could make an algorithm for your dog's brain, know that there are constant inputs. And a dog is constantly realizing, all right, if I do this behavior, does it get me what I want? Ooh, no, it didn't get me what I want. Oh, this other behavior got me what I want. Ooh, this other behavior, yeah, not a wise choice. I'm gonna lay off that one. So that's where dog training comes in. That's where we have power. That's where we can influence the outcomes. If we influence, here's another way of saying it. We can influence long-term behavior if we can set your dog up so that his choices result in clearly defined consequences. So all dogs, until they are 6 feet under, are constantly learning. Your dog is not a victim of the past. We do not embrace pop old school psychology that said we are constantly marred by our childhood, our puppyhood, and we are forever damned as a result of that. So just know that even your arthritic 13, 14, 15-year-old dog brain is still processing inputs. So because of that, we can have control over your dog's outcomes. We can correct your dog when need be. We can highly praise your dog and reward your dog when she chooses wise play choices. So keep that in mind. And I will quick tell you that that's not to say that a dog's past experience won't influence your dog's behavior or won't influence our future training. It will. And it will in the way that, let's just say, your golden retriever has been practicing jumping on the counter for 5 years of his life, and he's jumped 600, 700, 800 times on the counter, and he has scored caloric energy, roast beef, turkey sandwich, a piece of steak. If he's jumped 600, 700, 800 times and he's scored some food, his brain has input information stating, jumping on the counter is highly reinforcing. It results in wonderful consequences. So because of that, we're going to be working against those repetitions from the past as compared to a 4-month-old puppy who maybe snagged a piece of hamburger once, right? The brain only had that one positive experience as opposed to hundreds. So I don't want to say that the past doesn't influence what we do with training. It does. But regardless, we can always add new inputs into your dog's mind. The brain is always malleable and open to retain new information. So I hope you find that tip helpful. I know it helps me. It gives me a lot of hope. We see progress all the time, even with old dogs. In fact, one of our trainers, Shayna, just graduated a 13-year-old dog who had been barking and lunging on the leash for 12.5 years of his life, and the dog is now a precious gem. So keep that in mind. If you need dog training help, please reach out. Tanya Cardwell, Pavlov Dog Training. And if you want to visit us, pavlovdogtraining.com. All right, ciao.